In the world of MotoGP, domination is nothing new. But this time, we're witnessing something extraordinary. A warrior who nearly drowned due to injury is back with a vengeance. Marc Márquez, with a new team and bike, is not only leading the standings, but doing so in brutal fashion. This isn't just a comeback, it's the recroning of the king. Now, Jorge Lorenzo has spoken out. What did Lorenzo really say about Marquez? Why is his statement so surprising? Let's discuss it. A statement that shook the MotoGP paddock came from Jorge Lorenzo. In a podcast with Andrea Migno, the five-time world champion admitted that he doesn't see any rider who can match Marquez's performance this season. If there are no major disruptions, I think Marc will be the 2025 world champion. Dorna can start preparing the trophy now, Lorenzo said confidently. It's no ordinary praise. Lorenzo, who competed fiercely against Marquez, Valentino Rossi, Casey Stoner, and Dani Pedrosa during MotoGP's golden era, called Marquez the most complete rider of all time. According to Lorenzo, only Marquez has managed to combine physical toughness, sharp reflexes, high-level technique, and a fighter's mentality in one terrifying package. He's never afraid, even in left-hand turns that many riders fear. He becomes more ferocious. He learns from his mistakes and always comes back more dangerous than before. Carlo Pernot, one of MotoGP's most astute observers, made a similar statement. He considers Ducati's decision to recruit Marc Márquez to be the biggest strategic victory of the last decade. This is not only because Márquez brought victory, but also because he saved the Ducati project from potential internal rifts. Márquez sometimes says this bike is difficult to set up, but look at the results only, he can conquer the GP25. While others were complaining, he was winning, Pernat told GP1. With his fifth consecutive win in both sprints and full races. Including the most recent, at the 2025 Czech Grand Prix, Márquez has become not only the leader of the standings, but also a symbol of Ducati's superiority in every respect. Despite other riders like Bagnaia, Di Giannantonio, and Bezzecchi still struggling, Márquez single-handedly made the GP25 appear to be the perfect bike. Brno, July 20th, 2025. This date will be remembered as the climax of Marc Márquez's dominance this season. On a legendary circuit, known for its intense battles, the baby alien proved that he had not only returned, but also evolved into an almost unbeatable force. Starting from the front row, alongside Francesco Bagnaia and Fabio Quartararo, Márquez appeared calm. His eyes were sharp, and his body was in perfect harmony with the bike, as if he knew exactly what would happen in the next 23 laps. As soon as the starting lights went out, the race delivered drama immediately. Bagnaia took the lead and tried to open a gap on the first lap, but it was just an illusion. Within one lap, the pressure was on. Marco Bezzecchi began to close in, and Márquez lurked patiently behind. On the second lap, Márquez began to show his aggression. The official MotoGP account wrote on social media, "Bezzy, I'm coming," as if signaling that a storm was about to arrive. The storm truly exploded on lap 8. At the first corner, where legends test their mettle, Márquez executed a remarkable maneuver. He overtook Bezzecchi on the inside with neurosurgical precision and without wavering. It wasn't just any overtake. It was a loud statement that this was his path to power. From then on, Márquez was untouchable. He widened the gap lap by lap. First, it was 0.5 seconds, then 0.7 seconds. He continued to surge until he had a 2.5-second lead at the finish line. Meanwhile, Bezzecchi and Pedro Acosta battled fiercely for second place, but they could only watch Márquez's back disappear into the distance. As the checkered flag was raised, only one name shone brightest in Brno, Marc Márquez. He was not just a race winner, but also a new symbol of supremacy in the modern MotoGP era. Marc Márquez is now firmly at the top of the 2025 MotoGP standings with an impressive 381 points. This figure is astonishing and instills a sense of dread in the paddock. The season hasn't even reached the halfway point yet. Márquez has already created an almost insurmountable lead. The margin to second place is hundreds of points, demonstrating the 8-time world champion's dominance this season. If this trend continues, he could secure the world title as early as the 16th or 17th round, which would be an unprecedented feat in the hyper-competitive modern MotoGP era. This would be an almost impossible feat in the hyper-competitive modern MotoGP era. Even more astonishing is that this is Marquez's debut season with the factory Ducati team. There's no slow adaptation phase. He has experienced no transition crisis like other riders have. There's only one thing: victory after victory, relentless speed, and unwavering determination. He can afford to lose only in the next 10 races. "But I'll stay focused and learn from my mistakes," Marquez said calmly during the summer break, as if suggesting that his dominance hasn't yet reached its peak. The past 5 years have not been easy for Marquez. Severe injuries to his arm and shoulder in 2020 weren't just setbacks. They nearly spelled the end of his career. He underwent 4 painful surgeries, lost his confidence on the bike, and realized how far he had fallen from the champion he once was. Even riding a bike normally felt impossible. Meanwhile, Honda, the team that had nurtured him, was also beginning to lose its way. The combination of an uncompetitive bike and Marquez's unresolved physical issues left him languishing in the middle of the pack. For many, this was a dark chapter that seemed to bury his golden years. But everything changed at the end of 2023. In a bold move that shook the paddock, Marquez ended his contract with Honda early. He left his comfort zone behind to join the satellite Gresini Ducati team. Some considered this a career gamble, but it turned out to be a turning point. It only took 1 season before Ducati recruited him to the main Ducati Lenovo team. It's an incredible transformation in such a short time. I wanted to know if I could return to the highest level. And now I've proven it, Marquez stated, looking confident. Marquez has shown that determination, guts, and bold choices can change everything from the hell of injury to returning to the top of the world. Marco Bezzecchi, who finished second in the dramatic race in Brno, finally spoke about his intense duel with Marquez. In a frank yet respectful tone, the Aprilia rider admitted how challenging it was to fend off the world champion's attacks. "When he overtook me, I knew immediately that he was on a different level. I tried to defend myself and even planned a counterattack. But he was too strong. I'm proud of my performance today, but I have to admit he was faster and more skilled," said Bezzecchi, who appeared determined from the start of the race. Meanwhile, Pedro Acosta also delivered an impressive performance, earning 3rd place on the podium. Although the podium was filled with 3 of the best talents of the season, one name remained at the center of attention: Marc Márquez, the number 93 maestro, who has proven that his dominance is far from over. In fact, it's more terrifying than ever. Jorge Lorenzo called Marquez the most complete rider in history. Carlo Pernot called him Ducati's savior. The world is seeing for itself. Marc Márquez isn't just back. He's writing the most incredible chapter in MotoGP history. If he achieves a 9th title this year, there will be no doubt. We're not just witnessing a comeback. We're witnessing the recroning of a true legend. Marc Márquez's golden era has arrived. So far, no one can stop him. The big question is whether Marc Márquez will clinch the world championship faster than anyone in modern history. Leave your thoughts below.